Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. A double honor to the apostles and the elders of GreatMillStone, and citations to Allah out there pushing His truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners. I'm the brother Shamar Moth from GreatMillStone, Miami, coming to you Akim with another meditate on it. Through the spirit of power, Yahawashi, and Lord's will, this meditate on it be edifying to the body. Alright, the title of this meditate on it is going to be Let Us Continue to Endure. Okay, let us continue to endure, because this process of enduring, alright, is not supposed to be a one time or a one off or a season or a one season thing. It is supposed to be an in and out, day in and day out, constant thing until the return of Yahawashi. Now, let's look up the word endure. Endure is a verb. Okay. It says to undergo or suffer. And when, that word suffer also brings to mind being patient. Let's see if it's in here. Should I type in patient? Let's look up patient. Yep. So patience, when you go into the word patience, right? It says quality of being willing to bear adversity, calm endurance of misfortune, suffering. All right. So when we go back to that word endurance or endure, it says to undergo or suffer, especially without breaking, also to continue in existence. All right. So we are to continue to endure. Let us continue to endure, man. Let us continue to go through whatever hardships that may come our way, all right, while continuing to trust and believe in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi without breaking. All right, and breaking, you think of, losing it, falling out. Let us continue. Let us continue to exist in this thing of ours, all right, no matter what comes our way, man. Okay, no matter what comes your way, you're supposed to always remain faithful in this truth, man. All right, that's what endurance is. That's what enduring is, okay? It says make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain. So these situations that we go through, whatever it may be, it's supposed to make us hard. Hard against what? Hard against this world, man. All right? It's supposed to make us have thick skin, man. All right? Because the way the world is headed, man, all right, you want to be thick skinned, all right, when all hell breaks loose, man. And that's the thing that the Lord is taking us through, man. He's taking us through a vetting process, all right, seeing who's willing to, all right, as the scriptures say, which I'm going to pull up later, bear their indignation, man, all right, carry their cross, all right. So it says make hard, harden against, to harden, all right, hard, to be firm, solid, steadfast. And that's what the Lord is looking for, man. The Lord is looking for steadfastness, man. Okay? That brings up something to mind. 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians 15 and 58. Matter of fact, let's start at 57. It says, but thanks be to the Most High, which gave us the victory through our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast. Okay, that's a command, man. Okay, that's a command. Be ye steadfast. Let's look up that word steadfast real quick. Rayos.
Strong's G 1476. Hedrayas.
Hedrayas. Okay, sitting, said a tree, sedentary, firm, unmovable, steadfast. All right. So that's what we supposed to be, man. We supposed to be steadfast, unmovable in this truth, man. Especially if you say you believe in Yahawashi, what can move you? All right. What can shake you if you say you believe in the Lord? Nothing is supposed to be able to break you. All right. You're supposed to look at everything in its face with confidence, with boldness in the name of Yahawah and know through the Lord you could conquer that thing, man. All right. You can overcome that situation. Okay, that the position that you in is not permanent. It could change. It could very much well change in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. All right, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year. Lord's will we not hear that long, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, how you know the Lord don't have it that you just going through that for that little small window of time so He could test your faith, test your patience, man. Okay, and all right. So we supposed to show the Lord that we're able to do what? Be be unmovable, be steadfast, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Right, it says, therefore, my brethren, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. All right. So even when we're going through stuff, we're not supposed to let that stop us from doing what we know we're supposed to be doing in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. All right. So that's what endurance is, man. All right. To continue to suffer and to bear and continue to exist while continuing to push forward in the faith, man. Despite all the shit that's being thrown at you, man. Okay? This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach. All right? And that's what we're supposed to do, man. We're supposed to be as a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach, endure hardness. Now, when you think about a soldier, all right, especially a soldier that's behind enemy lines, you know, a movie that I oftentimes correlate to this precept is I believe it's Lone Wolf. Let's see. No, Lone Survivor. There you go. Lone Survivor, man. All right. Mark Wahlberg was the main character. All right, for those who ain't never see this movie, for brothers, I say that for brothers who ain't never see this movie, this is a good watch, a great watch. All right, to show what true endurance looks like. All right, on the carnal tip. So imagine how much more on the spiritual tip, man. All right, lone survivor. All right, so you know you're looking at a cardinal soldier, man, especially behind enemy lines. A grenade might have went off. Ricochet might have hit him in the leg or it hit him in the arm. Probably got shot a couple of times. You feel me? Lost a couple of men on along the way to try to get back to base or whatever the case may be, or to complete the mission. All right, he's not gonna break. He's not gonna fold. What is he gonna do? He's gonna muster up that little bit of energy, that little bit of strength. That he's gonna dig deep. That's what they call it. He's gonna dig deep and press forward, man. Okay, and that's what enduring. That's what enduring is, man. Is digging deep. All right, in the spiritual sense, digging deep into our basket of faith, man. All right, into the tapping into the power of Yahawah Bashim Shai to overcome whatever may come our way, man. And that's what enduring hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is, man. Okay, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Right? So if you say you warring in the spirit, you're not supposed to be entangling yourself with the affairs of this life, man. Forget all this shit, man. Because sometimes this world and the cares of this world, you know, we in the flesh, we still gotta get our daily bread and things of that nature. Okay? Sometimes the mundane routine shit that we go through, all right, it drives us mad. All right? But guess what? You're not supposed to entangle yourself with that. Meaning you're not supposed to get too far in to that mind frame, man. Remember, we still at war. Remember, we still We still believe in Yahawashi. We have faith. All right. So lean on the Lord, man. All right. That's how you endure the shit and the chaos that's going on. You gotta lean on Yahawashi, man. Okay. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation." So for all you younger brothers, all right, who may be watching these videos, all right, and you believe, you know, you want to go out and you want to join the camp, all right, you want to do this work, remember, and you going to hear it here if you ain't hear it before, because the apostles never taught us this, and I'm not going to push it. This truth is not going to be an easy walk, man. You're going to go through shit, okay? You're going to lose children, all right? You might lose children. I say that because some brothers been pushing for a long time and still have their children with them, man. And children are mighty and glorious in the name of the Lord, man. Okay? You might lose children. You might lose your wife, all right? All right? You might lose your parents, meaning your parents going to excommunicate themselves from you. All right, certain fact, you are going to lose family members. I'm not going to say you might, you are. All right, unless the Lord selects those different family members to be a part of this truth. Okay, along with you, those that are not, they're going to disappear, man. They're gonna hate you. Okay, but guess what? You're gonna have to endure that. All right, you're gonna have to endure that one cousin that you used to kick it with, that used to love. They used to love you. Now he looking at you like you're an enemy. You're going to have to bear that shit, man. Okay? You're going to have to bear that shit. The Lord told us to carry that cross, man. Let me get that real quick. Is it bear? Matthew 10:37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Meaning you're not supposed to put, that's a part of if you warn, all right, not to entangle yourself with the affairs of this life, man. Okay? There's levels to this thing. Your parents and your children, your wives, your daughter, not even your own self supposed to come before the duties, okay, and the things that the Lord is requiring you to do, man. That's point blank period. Your job is not supposed to. Your new girlfriend is not supposed to. That new fucking Mercedes Benz you bought that needs service is not supposed to come before the service of the Lord, man. Okay? All right, verse 38, it says, "And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me." Right? Because, hey, taking of your cross, man, that's all the shit that you got to bear. That's all the shit that you got to go through. Okay? You gotta carry that shit, man. And you can't carry it on. So, remember what endurance is, man. All right? Endurance is undergoing without to undergo or suffer without breaking. And suffer, you go into patience. All right, it says a calm endurance of misfortune, man. You got to be willing to bear adversity, man. All right, because you got to understand that these adversities are the Heavenly Father are placing them here to make us shine as gold, man. So that way, when Yahawashi returns, we may be found worthy and acceptable in the sight of Yahawashi and be delivered. That's why we're going through what we're going through. Also, we're going through these things so that way we won't have to go through the hell with the 2/3 of our of the nation, man. When they're going through famine, when they're going through thirst, when Esau coming in as a flood on their fuck asses, man. Okay, and going crazy as a madman, sparing none. When the pestilence and the plagues go rampant, when the Lord allowed the teeth of wild beasts and the newly created creatures to chase them, when the apparitions are let loose from the dimension that we can't see. Okay? We won't have to suffer with them. All because we're enduring now. All because we're carrying our cross now while maintaining our faith, while maintaining our belief in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Okay? It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself from temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So we're supposed to set our heart aright and come out. Hey, man, it's beautiful how the Lord placed these words in this verse. We're supposed to set our hearts aright, and our heart is our mind, Lord. How do you do that? Is in the scriptures. Constantly endure. If you read in the scriptures, if you're going through the scriptures, if you actually set your heart aright, you'll see that every man of the Lord, whenever they were going through anything, they did what? They did not make haste in the time of trouble, but they relied on their power source. And they had a calm endurance, and they suffered whatever they had to suffer, okay? And they carried whatever burden or cross that they had to carry. And when that time came after their season, remember I mentioned in the beginning, all right, that whatever situation you may be in could possibly change, man. All right, whatever they were going through for a season, the Lord lifted that burden off of them, all right, and elevated them through the Spirit, man. All right. So this is a beautiful precept, man. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble, man. Cleave unto him, who? Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, and depart not away. Okay? Don't break. Okay? That thou mayest be increased at that last end, man. All right? And also, man, Salakia, the Lord gave us examples, man. And the greatest example being Yahawashi, man. All right? His spirit says, Yahawashi, the example, man. All right, because Yahawashi was the ultimate example that was set before us, man. Okay, this is Hebrews 12:1. It says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, man. All right, we're being watched with all eyes, man. All right, the angels are watching us. The Lord is watching us. The men around you are watching you, man, to see how you move and how you react when certain situations, all right, are going around. If you say you have a wife that believes, she watching you, all right. And if you're a woman that believe and you have children, remember your children are watching you, man. All right. You going through a hardship and you over here breaking, going bananas and shit like that. And we're not perfect. Sometimes we fall short. But hey, that's where room of improvement and room for growth comes in, man. All right, we gotta show even the children what endurance looks like, man. What faith looks like. All right, we have to show the men around us what endurance, all right, and faith look like. All right, we have to continue to do the things that the Lord told us to do, and part of it is enduring, man. All right, it says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed with about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience. Ooh, this is a beautiful piece. All right, Salaki. And let us run with patience the race that is set before us. So we have to run this race with patience. Remember, the scriptures say the race is not given to the swift. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. All right? A marathon. You should Google, okay, the things racers go through when running a marathon. Cramps. They have to freaking fight cramps. You know how hard it is to push through cramps? That shit is not fun. It's not easy. It's not for the thin skin. It's for the thick skin. All right? They have to fight through the fatigue mindset. And that shit will take somebody out in a race, man. When you fatigue, when your body is actually shutting down on you. When your lungs feel like they're closing up on you. But you got to continue to push. You got to continue to finish that run. All right? Muscle soreness, man. All right? I mentioned the body shutting down. That shit actually happens, man. Your legs start going numb. You think you cool. The next thing you know, you start wobbling, man. Your legs is literally trying to shut down on you. You got to endure that. You got to press on as a runner, man. So that's why the scriptures say, let us run with patience, man. The race that is set before us, man. Okay? Looking unto who? Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith. He is the author and finisher of our faith, man. The faith that we have, Yahawashi started it, and he's going to finish it, man. Okay? Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, right? The reason why Yahawashi went through what he went through is because through the Spirit, he knew that he was going to be raised. He knew that he was going to sit on the right-hand side of the Most High. So if you say you believe in the Lord, and you know that the Heavenly Father is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, as Hebrews the 11th chapter says, all right, then you're supposed to know that there's a crown awaiting. You're supposed to know that there's a kingdom awaiting, right? You're supposed to know there's deliverance awaiting, protection awaiting. All right, so you're supposed to, as the scriptures say, part of that armor, man, you're supposed to put on the helmet of salvation, man. Take on the shield of faith, man. And guess what? Press on, man. Press on, okay? With joy, man. Knowing that the Lord got you, knowing that what's to come after, all right, these trials that we're going through, all right, which is the trial of our faith, man. Okay, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. Yahawashi endured the cross, man. He despised the shame. And right now he's alive. He's not dead. He's alive. He's living. He's waiting for his return, man. Whoo, come on, man. All right. Hey, the precepts was Proverbs the 3rd chapter, which I had actually, Proverbs 3 and 11. Okay. It says, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord Yahawah, neither be weary of his correction, because that's something that we also have to understand. Majority of things that we're enduring, it's just chastisement, man. Okay? It's just chastisement, man. It's to prove our faith. It's to prove that we solid. And it's to fucking downright beat our ass, man, for the shit that we did to the Heavenly Father that pissed him off, man. We don't know what we did in our past life. Some of the shit that we did now, we know. And some of the shit that we done now and this time, we don't know what we done. All right? And the Lord is just, doing what he has to do as a father, correcting us, man. Okay? So we are not to despise that. We are not to break. We are to endure that. We are to take it. Okay? And push on, man. It says, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord Yahawah, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord Yahawah loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son, and whom he delighteth, man. Okay? Job 5 and 17, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. Okay? Psalms 94 and verse 12. Blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord Yahawah, and teacheth him out of thy law. All right? Come on, man. All right? That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, man. And the days of adversity is about to come in. It's about to go crazy, bananas, man. Okay? So we going through what we're going now, and we're enduring now. We're going to find rest in those days, man. That's why Sirach tells you that, man. Cleave unto him that thou mayest be increased at that last end, man. When these days come, you're going to be increased. The Lord going to have your back. Come on now. Don't you want that? You got to meditate on that, man. While you're going through whatever you're going through. And remember, you're not the only one going through that, man. The scriptures say, rough paraphrase, whatever thing that come upon us is not common. All right? All right, it's not common, man. Salakia. Damn, let me find it. It's that 1 Corinthians 10th chapter. Yep. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, whom will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation always also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it, man. All right. So the things that you're going through, it's not just common to you, man. There's other brothers going through it. There's other, sisters going through it, man. Okay. All right. So these are things that we must endure. We must bear, man. All right. Let me go back to this Hebrews, the 12th chapter, in verse 3, and I'll finish with this one, and I'll get the last precept to close out. It says, "For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds," right? So again, that's why Yahawashi is the perfect example. Look at the things that he went through. Whenever you're going through and you may feel like, you about to be down for the count, think on Yahawashi and what he went through, man. Okay? Think on Yahawashi and what he went through. He was the one who the whole nation was looking for to come, and he came. He came, man. They talk shit at him. Who the hell is you, man? Ain't you Joseph's son? Ain't nothing good ever came out of Nazareth. They delivered him up. They lied on him. Made up false accusations on him. And that's some shit I know for a fact. I personally don't like being falsely accused of some shit I know I ain't do. They brought up false counsels against him. And then when an Edomite, that should be a shame. You niggas should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, man. You niggas should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, man. Y'all let a fucking Edomite, man. A low down, dirty Edomite, man. Sit here and it was able to sit and realize that there was no fault in Yahawashi, man. He was ready to let him go. But you fucking niggas, man. Crucify him. Put the Lord to say, he had to endure that, man. He had to endure his people choosing a murderer over him, man. Then he had to get beat. He had to endure the fucking Romans putting a crown of thorns on his head and clocking him over the head to lodge those thorns in his head, man. Throwing on the robe of purple on him. Oh, bowing down, oh, king. And then just doing all type of goofy shit. Flogging him, whipping him, beating him. And then after he got beaten, all that shit, made him carry his cross all the way up to where he was supposed to freaking die, man. He went through all of that, man. You ain't have to go through that. I ain't have to go through that. So before we let a little a telephone bill or a little child support note or a car crash or a job that fired us take us out the count, consider Yahawashi, man, and what he had to go through, man. Best to endure what you're going through if you want to be saved. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. Okay? Also, another example, man. Look at Paul, man. Look what Paul went through. 2 Corinthians 11 and 23. Are they ministers of Hamashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. In labors more abundant. In stripes above measure. So Paul was being beat. In prison more frequent. Paul was constantly being tossed into prison. In death's off. He was always facing death, man. Of the Jews, 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. So his own people. Because when you go up, he said what? Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the sons of Abraham? So am I. So Paul was showing that he's an Israelite. He is a Jew. Okay? All right? Because Paul was a Benjamite. And we go into the dynamics of the Jews. All right? The true Jews are the Judites. But after the Northern Kingdom got came over here on this hemisphere, all right, the 3 tribes that was left which were the southern kingdoms, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they were all correlated and called Jews, man. All right. It says, of the Jews, 5 times receive I 40 stripes, save one. So 5 times, man. All right. They beat Paul 40 times, man. With 40 lashes, save 1 time. Thrice, 3 times was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep, and journeying often in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils of false brethren, in weariness and painfulness, in watching often, in hunger and thirst, in fasting often, in cold and nakedness. But those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of the church, the care of all the churches, man. So no matter, Paul was going through all that shit he was going through, and he still was maintaining the daily taking care of the ministry, man. That's what you call endurance, man. That's what you call endurance, man. Okay? Micah 7:9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahawah, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, man. All right? And that's all I had, man. All right? Let us continue to endure, man. All right? So with that, those were this was edifying. I want to give again all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Rawchaa Qadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders, GreatMillStone. Shalom. Salutations to the brothers out there as well.